Hello, Morocco. It's been said that a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Now, I love to read biographies and to learn from the successes of those around me. In this video, I'm going to share 10 lessons we can learn from the life of OTHMANE LARAQUI. He's a Moroccan entrepreneur from Casablanca. So it would be wise for you to listen and apply all 10 of these lessons to your life. Let's get started. So OTHMANE is a Kazawi. He went to public school, he studied at HM, he did his MBA in America, then he came back and he worked for Colgate-Palmolive, LG, and Meditel before he launched his own company, Brand Activation, and most recently, his second startup, EnglishBooks.ma. There's a lot we can learn from his life and career. Number one, don't take no for an answer. When OTHMANE decided to launch his bookstore, he bought a ticket to the world's largest book fair in Frankfurt, Germany. He Googled the 5 largest publishers in the world and then just showed up. See, he was a nobody in the publishing industry. He had no connections, no shop, no relationships. Nobody knew who he was. So he just approached the booth and they said, our appointments have been booked for 6 months. There's no way we can squeeze you in. So OTHMANE went away disappointed. But he thought to himself, no, I've flown all the way to Germany, I've paid money for this book fair, and this is my dream. And so he went back to the booth, he explained his story, and he pushed through the no. This is crucial.
I said, okay, please, I'm here for 5 days. I need only 5 minutes. He said, I see the representative is free. Just give me 5 minutes. He said, no, they're free. I said, this guy, I know, he's free. I need just yes. 5 minutes with him.
Yeah.
So they let me in.
Yeah.
And it was it.
There's always going to be gatekeepers. There's always going to be secretaries and admin people who put up a wall between you and the people you need to talk to. You've got to push through and be persistent. Smile, be polite, and win over the gatekeeper. Before you can sell to the CEO, you have to sell to the secretary. So don't take no for an answer. Number 2, don't burn bridges. Now, OTHMANE worked for Colgate-Palmolive and then went to LG and then went to Meditel and then started his own company. But in all those transitions, he managed to maintain those relationships, to keep and preserve his network.
Even if you change companies, please, your network is key.
Yeah.
Your network is key.
Yeah.
Keep always good, excellent relationships with all the people that you meet in the professional world.
Yeah.
You will need them someday.
Yeah.
And they will be your support in your next endeavors. So keep this in mind.
It's very important as you shift in your career that you don't burn bridges. You never know what the future holds, and your reputation and your network is a valuable asset that you don't want to take for granted. As it turned out, a lot of OTHMANE's first clients at his company were people who he had previously worked with. So be careful that you never burn bridges. Number 3, live by your priorities. Now, a lot of people say their family is their priority or they put their health first, things like that, but not everybody lives like it. When OTHMANE decided to go out on his own, it was because he was called into an all-day meeting and missed an ultrasound with his wife. It was an important moment in the life of his child, and he realized, I don't have control of my schedule. This was a pivotal moment. This was the straw that broke the camel's back for OTHMANE, and he decided he needed to take this leap to start his own company so that he could prioritize his family.
And this was a pivotal moment for me. I said, no, I will not do this anymore. Mm-hmm. I will not miss a single important moment in the life of my children. Mm-hmm. And this is the moment I took a chance and I took the decision to resign.
So what about you? Are you prioritizing your health? Are you prioritizing your spiritual life, growing in your knowledge of God? Are you prioritizing your relationships, your friendships, your continuous learning? OTHMANE is an example of somebody who lives by his priorities. Number 4 invest in your home country. Othman finished his MBA in the States, and he could have stayed in America. He had an opportunity to build a life there, but he chose to come back to Morocco and to pay it forward in his home country.
I will come back to bring value to my own country.
Yeah.
My country gave me so much.
Yeah.
Gave me free education, good education, gave me a good environment. I went to gain more experience in the US. I learned a lot of things, so it's my duty as a Moroccan to come back and pay it forward to my country.
I'm reading the biography of Michelle Obama right now. Both her and Barack came from poor families and difficult situations. But before they were married, Barack was giving a speech to a room full of old ladies, and it inspired Michelle. She realized that she had always been focused on her own success. But when she heard Barack's speech, she realized he was living for something bigger than his own success. Listen to her words. It was one thing to get yourself out of a stuck place. It was another thing entirely to try and get the place itself unstuck. So Barack had reached out of his difficult and poor upbringing and reached a pinnacle of success as a lawyer graduating from Harvard Law School. But he was dreaming of not just his personal success, but the success of others from his background and from his community. In the same way, Othman was on the path to success in America, finished his MBA, job opportunities available, but he decided to live for something greater than his own success, to come back to Morocco and work to see the success of the country as a whole. Which brings us to number 5, give back. Othman had built a great career. He'd reached a high position in marketing department at Meditel. He had a high salary, he was very busy, yet in this moment of his life, he chose to start teaching a marketing class at his old school, H&M.
Not having, skipping my lunch, giving the class, and then going back to work at Sidi Maroc.
Wow.
And I kept doing it for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I loved it so much.
Wow.
And also I have a message about this. I mean, if you share, the importance of sharing.
Yeah.
Through teaching, through blogs, it's important to give back.
Yeah.
And to pay it forward. You choose whatever means it suits you.
Yeah.
And just and it's extremely rewarding.
Can you see his heart in this? He's not doing it for the money. He's not doing it to fill his spare time. He's doing it for the love.
Do it for the love. I do it for the love.
He's doing it for his country because he wants to give back. All right, this video is getting a little long, so let's chop it into 2 parts. We're finished with the first 5 lessons, and I'll release the second 5 lessons from Othman next Friday night, so tune in for that. Morocco, until next time, get wisdom.